Ready?
Bring on the babies.
Oh my gosh.
I love you.
I love you too. What do you mean, where are the kids? It's not my day to pick them up.
Things you never want to hear.
Why aren't you answering your phone right now?
What year is it again?
All of that really is my wife.
Should I leave?
And we're going to roll an intro I haven't made yet, but hopefully it looks good.
Your voice changes when you do that.
Still married, I think.
Oh my gosh.
What is up, guys? My name's Jeff. That's my wife. Her name is Kim. I don't know that I've ever actually said your name on the show.
I don't know that you ever say my name, period.
No, because it's weird. It's like when people ask you your phone number. I don't know. I don't call myself.
To everyone else, my name is Babe.
Right? It's weird when your kids call you by your name, too.
Right? I am not mentally prepared for that.
Oh. Anyway.
Why is it sticky?
Because we have children. Welcome to today's show. We'll be right back. All right. Oh, I love this job.
You sounded
Wow.
out.
Hi, how are you? This is,
Deep.
yes.
I'm scared.
Completely unrelated to what we're talking about. If you had the chance to talk to the entire population of North Korea for 90 seconds, what would you say? I told you guys I wasn't going to filter out the ones that we didn't like anymore. That was right off the top of the box.
I don't know. That's hard. Well, I don't. I'm gonna assume that they speak English because I certainly don't know Korean. So
I don't think that's the point of the question.
I don't care. I'm going with it. I think I would probably just give them a hug because there are so many things that I don't know of what's actually going on, and I don't think that they really know what's going on outside of their realm. So I don't think I'd say anything. I think I'd just hug them. Don't say ditto.
No, I was going to say run.
Hard.
Hold your head up. Try run faster. I don't know. Because I'm with you. I don't know the whole situation. I know it's not great.
I don't think anybody truly knows because of all of the regulations, but
yeah, just keep on swimming. I don't know.
now we're quoting cartoons. Okay, next.
Yes, I have 3 children. I quote lots of cartoons. Anyway, continuing our partnership discussion of marriage is 100 and 100, not 50-50. Because when one of us can't give 100, the other 100 makes it up, right?
Yep.
Anyway, continuing that into our children.
Whom we love.
Dearly. Our children, all of them, your children included, are wonderful. I have a biased opinion. My children are fantastic. Our kids want to do well. When we sit down and talk with our kids, they're trying. Homework time is one of the most frustrating moments of my life. 4 days a week, 3 days a week, 3 days a week. But they also want to play, be loud, be obnoxious, and do all of the things that kids should do. And I am horrible at this, so I am talking to myself today, so it's okay. We come in with all these expectations and sometimes unrealistic expectations and change everything up and expect our 9-year-olds to be the next, Kobe, or do you know who Kobe is?
Really?
I'm just, you looking at me like,
I'm trying
what?
to hold myself together. Keep going.
I
I'm
want to
here
know.
to support you.
I want to know where this is going. Anyway, taking the idea of there are on any given Sunday 1,500 football players and hundreds of thousands of kids are going to club ball this week because our expectation is they're going to be the next star running back of insert favorite football team here. And the reality is probably not. Or that's not something our kids are interested in, right?
Yeah.
And that's, I think it's one of the cool things as a child, not as a parent. I got to try and do a lot of really dumb things that didn't end up panning out. But I appreciate that about my own parents, that I could go do stuff like, hey, go figure it out, go try it. You still got to have your grades up. Like there are obvious things like no pass, no play is a reality. But I think as parents, we're not always on the same page about where we want our kids to go. You don't have to hold it together anymore. Let it out.
Yes. I think too, sometimes we have this unrealistic expectation of behavior as well. So, yes, they know the rules, but there are sometimes that they are just so enraptured in what they're doing in the game of tag that your 9-year-old jumps over the back of the couch in what could be compared to one doing track and jumping the hurdles, not realizing that on the other side of the couch is our dog kennel, and it has one of those latchy things that he could have impaled himself on, and, we could have had shish kebab David. So, understanding too, there are some times that kids they're having fun and they don't think about the consequences. And sometimes as a parent, my hand up for this one.
We're finally at a table I can sit with. I got both feet up. What are you talking about? Yes. Yeah. I think, this is a daily struggle for me of the expectation that our kids are still going to be kids. Now there are things like the pounding their feet across the floor. We will eventually figure this out. But it probably doesn't really matter in the big picture.
It doesn't.
Thanks.
Love you.
Oh, my goodness. Anyway, it's not fun when you're talking about yourself, right? Anyway, but we need to talk about it. We're not going to skip over topics just because I think they're uncomfortable. We need to remember that our kids are kids. And the struggle is real all the time. They're growing, they're learning. We're all busy. We all have work, school, side hustles, but we also have children that still need parents. And yes. I think, and I'm going to call some people out, because not everybody has the commitment level that's necessary of daycare, and the public school system is raising our children.
Yes.
Now, I understand we have lives and work and things like that, but leaving our children's behavior, more than one child, all of the children in the teachers already do a hard enough job just trying to teach our children. They shouldn't have to be the one teaching them like life stuff too.
Yeah.
Like brushing your teeth, wiping your butt, putting your shoes on, all of that stuff. But that's the reality, because most homes are like ours. We're both working. We just changed our priority level. Like, I had the 6-figure job. Here I am, Mr. Mom, right? I am the trophy husband, and it is wonderful.
Yes. But
I'm working on the trophy husband abs, though. They don't come right away.
Yeah. I think, too, we as parents need to realize that the teachers are doing the best that they can. And unfortunately, there are some places that are running, one teacher to 20 to 30 or sometimes even more children. And they're doing the best that they can. And one approach that we have taken, which has shocked every single teacher we've talked to is, what are you doing in the classroom so that we can back it up? And we have talked to them as a partnership too.
The look on their face that it's
Right.
not their fault that our child didn't do good on a piece of paper is amazing.
Every time.
It is not your teacher's fault your kid is not doing good in school.
And I'll say it, sometimes it's your fault.
Yeah. But we also, and I don't want to beat up on people because we have
No.
lives, and the reality is life sucks and is difficult sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's part of the
Being a parent.
both people. And if you're co-parenting, separated,
Yeah.
like this is even harder because now you have two different house rules. Mm-hmm. There needs to be a compromise. That's a whole different conversation we can have
That's
at
a
a different
whole
time.
other show.
But getting into some of the ways that we can fix this are schedule and structure, right? We have a 4-day school week. So Monday through Thursday, we're all home by 3:30 and we do homework until homework's done. And then we do chores. Usually by then it's dinner time. And it's the same every day. So our kids know every school day, or Monday through Wednesday, because most of the time they don't have homework on Thursdays. Monday through Wednesday, they come home. They get a little bit of a break sometimes, but then right into homework. Let's get it done. Let's knock it out. And then we go into chores and dinner. And then by 6, when we're done with dinner, from 6 to 8 is free time, essentially.
Yeah.
Read a book, take a shower, watch a movie.
The smelly children.
And then the morning is the same way. The kids get up between 6 and 6:30, and they get themselves ready. Most of the time, they brush their teeth. And we all get in the car. So it's structure. Like it's if the structure's there, and we've done this since birth, right?
Yeah.
Now the schedule changes depending on the season the kids are in. Like in the summertime, we're not getting up I'm not getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but we've always set up that precedence of, since the kids could dress themselves, which was a glorious day. They may not match, but that's a whole other thing. But we let our kids dress themselves, and we just,
They just have to be able to walk out of their room and go like this.
well, but we also tell them like, hey, it's cold outside, you need to wear pants, or hey, it's hot outside, so you should probably wear shorts. But
Yeah.
we have had the same
We
loose
also
schedule.
live in a place where it snows now, and we actually have to look at the weather.
Right. And rain. Oh my gosh, the rain. But
Yes.
we've had some version of the same type of schedule since forever. And
Yeah.
that's been a huge success on our part because now my kids know what they're expected to do. And my youngest today came up because we have a little note written on our refrigerator with times because, heaven help us if they forget a snack time. So
Yes.
we set up that structure for them, and the note fell off the fridge. Whatever, I just need to rewrite it. She was lost. She was like, I don't know what to do. Is it lunchtime? Is it snack time? I was like, honey, it's breakfast time. And she's like, oh. So, having that structure helps. It's just we've taken it the step further because our kids are older, that now they have times and they pay attention to the time. It's caused so many fewer fights with them because they love electronics, but they also know that they can't play video games until after dinner unless it's a special occasion, but then it becomes a treat. But for both of us,
Because your homework and your chores still have to be
Right.
done.
but we had to come to an agreement on what were those expectations going to be, because during the summertime they could have an afternoon snack. Well, we found out that at school they get an afternoon snack, so they were not eating their dinner. So we had to change that, but
Sure.
we agreed. And again, communication.
Pause.
Liv! Cheyenne!
David,
Who's singing?
that's Olivia.
Olivia! Olivia! Stop singing! I did. I thought you were singing. You're
we
fine.
were trying to figure out who's singing.
Okay. Anyway. Yes. There's
Pause.
going to be a thing on the screen that says,
Hold, please.
we're parents. We'll be right back.
I'm sorry. You didn't want to hear that.
Anyway, not in trouble. She's not very good at singing.
She's getting better.
She is.
Communication.
Structure. Yes.
Yes.
So the thing is, pick the schedule, but then talk about the schedule, like, and make sure that we or you guys as the parents can keep up with the schedule, because it doesn't make any sense to have your kids be on a schedule that you can't help them maintain.
So what, you mean that I shouldn't sign up our children for soccer practice on the opposite ends of town at the same time?
Yes, that would be wonderful. We are, yeah.
One thing that we had agreed to prior to school coming in, because it's hard, set the precedence before things start happening. It'll make it easier for you to answer. But we did not want to be all over town, spreading ourselves thin and driving ourselves crazy. Plus, gas prices are always just ridiculously high where we live. So,
Oh my goodness.
it's just small town living. So much fun. But we didn't want to be spreading ourselves so thin that we were just exhausted and just like dragging ourselves to bed every day, because that's not healthy for us.
Sure.
It's not healthy for our kids either.
Yeah. So I forget where is a guy on TikTok. He says he pats himself on the chest and says, "Do better." I can't remember his name. If I find it, I'll link it. But he said that they one family dinner, like Blue Bloods, every week. They have one family dinner where everybody has to be at dinner, and it's you. In their case, it's the same day. They also limit all of their children to one extracurricular activity per semester. Now, one of our kids is old enough for that stuff, and the other two are not. And so we're
They're
sticking
getting
to that.
close,
They
though.
are, yeah. Like, David came to us with a whole list of after-school activities. I said, okay, you got to pick one. And that one you can do until you're done with it.
And he had his heart set on two different, and they were scheduling wise. One was on Tuesdays, one was on Thursdays. So it could have worked.
Yeah.
But thankfully we had talked about it beforehand. So it made it a lot easier.
Yeah.
And we were on the same page with it.
And that's like all activities. Like during the school year, if you want to play school ball, if that's a thing that he wants to do, school ball's fine. But then you're not playing club. And if you want to play club, then you're not playing whatever. Concept of don't run your kids ragged before they graduate. So schedule. We limit extracurricular activities, school-related extracurricular activities. And then something else we do is date day. And that's something I do is because we have a 4-day school week, every Friday, our kids are off all day. So every Friday I take a different kid out on a date.
And they get to pick a lot of the things and the activities.
Yeah.
So
But it's also being grounded doesn't apply.
yes.
Being in trouble doesn't apply. That is guaranteed. No matter what happens, date day will happen.
And it's so hard to abide by sometimes.
Like, yeah. But it's something that I look forward to. It's something the kids look forward to. And it's like encouraging people, like find like an hour. I mean, if you got a whole day, that would be great. Like
Sorry, there's a fly.
David and I took 2.5 days one time, but most of them are an hour and a half. My favorite thing is to go eat with them. But ultimately, what it all comes down to is mutual enforcement of the same structure together. Because my favorite example of this for us is you don't want the kids to jump on the couch,
And you don't care.
and I don't care. So for a while there, the kids would jump on the couch when I was home by myself, and they would get in trouble when you walked in the door. And now it's we mutually agree that that is a rule in our house. I still don't care.
That explains so much why our first couch was
Oh, yes.
so jacked
Our first
up.
couch was destroyed because I don't care if the kids jump on the couch and you do. So this is mutual enforcement of an agreed upon set of rules. The kids don't jump on the couch. I still don't care, but our kids don't jump on the couch.
Yeah, but sometimes we need to be reasonable and rational about our rules. And so that's why, again, it's weird. It's like this is a communication set or something like this.
Right?
Talking to
Yes.
your
Talk
significant
to your
other.
significant other. And
But it's also important to do it not in front of your children because then you can be open, and there are some things that, I'm super passionate about or you're super passionate about, and we need to hash things out. We go in our room behind closed doors and we talk about these things, or when the children are sleeping, because then that way we can get everything off of our chest, and we come out with, the united front, and that's important.
yeah, absolutely. Cool.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No. I'm all over the place. It's not anything
I
different.
was gonna say what's new.
Do something. Talk about it. Establish the front, if you will. But mutually enforce them together. And this is especially difficult for split households, right?
Oh yeah.
Because you're co-parenting, should be co-parenting. Several of you can do this well, and some of you just don't want to talk to each other. But it's not good for the kid. At least I don't think it is. I'm not a professional.
No.
Not good for the kid if there's a set of rules at mom's house and there's a set of rules at dad's house, and they're not the same rules.
Yeah, because you're asking them to be two different people. Because if you
Yeah.
have an unstructured house, we'll say the fun house, and then they come home and they have to do follow the rules, the kid's gonna rebel every
Yeah.
single time, and it's not healthy.
Sure.
So
Go on a date day. Figure out what your expectations are of your children and what the boundaries are. Agree to them, and then enforce them together.
and be willing to try new things. Like our
Yeah.
kids love Minecraft, and we are not
No.
fans.
Oh my gosh. I do not not at all.
But at the end of the day, we still look at the castles and then the farms with the axolotls and all the other things that they are interested in, because it's important to show your kids that you care about them, even if you
Yeah.
don't like what they're interested
And that was, what's his name? Dr. Lehman. Like,
in. Yeah.
you don't have to like what your kids like, but you need to be interested in what your kids like. Like, you don't need to know everything there is to know about football, but maybe know how to wash a jersey.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, stuff like that. That's a whole nother one we could just break down into.
Right.
Cool. Anything else? Specifically on children?
I know. I'm like, we could just talk for hours on different things.
Right.
No. I think it's just important. Show the kids that you love them, and everything else will fall into place. And I think sometimes as parents we forget that, because myself included, hands and feet in the air. We get frustrated, and
All
it's
the time.
so easy to take it out on the kids. But at the end of the day, we joke in my house all the time. The kids will ask for something, and I'm like, no, I don't like you. And it's a joke, and my kids know it's a joke, and their response every single time is, no, you love us. And then they'll come and swarm me with a hug. So,
Yeah. That's what makes it fun.
thankfully they know my dark humor, but you need to love your kid. You need to show your kids that you love them.
Yeah.
That's my,
And
that's my,
yes.
yes.
We need to show our kids that we love them, but not just buying stuff.
Oh yeah.
That's initially where my head went. It's like, yes, but not just buying things, like spending time with them, being interested in what they're interested in. Not that you need to be an expert, but just looking at the castles in Minecraft.
Yeah. Play video games with them, cook with them,
Letting them pick whatever date day is and doing it.
take them to the craft store, go hiking.
Oh, I hate going to the craft
I know
store.
you do,
Oh my gosh,
but
I
they
do.
love it.
I know. Anyway, cool. As always, we are not mental health professionals. If you feel that you or your children need to seek mental health, I don't have the right words. Seek mental health professionals.
It's okay to not be okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes, it is. Go find one. We are not it. This is just us taking a casual approach to some of the life topics that we have overcome. So yeah, check us out at My Wife Still Likes Me. Comment, like, subscribe. Tell us you don't like us. Tell us you do like us. Tell us you want us to talk about stuff, and we'll see what happens. Later.
Bye.